Hi, I'm Loren and I'm hired by working actors who feel like they're getting passed over, but they're not sure why. And what they want is to book more work now and build a reputation of being an in-demand actor. And what I love about sharing technique is I know that the techniques that I share with you have helped my students to book more work now and build a reputation of being an in-demand actor. So I want to give you those tools. So one of the number one things that stops a lot of actors is nerves. Or I'm not even going to say stops, because what I find is there's a lot of actors who get nervous, but they still go out there and do the work. But it's not satisfying to them because they feel like their nerves get in their way. And it keeps them from giving their best performance, because I believe that our best performance is when we are so completely involved in the scene, connected to our scene partner, and over there. And as I say, making the other person the most important person in the scene, where all I can do is really focus on them and my intention, and then the world just seems to come alive to me, and then I forget that I'm acting. But when I'm nervous, I can't slip into that zone of peak performance, because when I'm nervous, my attention's all on me. Really, I'm thinking about, oh, I've got butterflies in my stomach. Oh my God, I gotta pee. Oh my God, did I say the right words? Oh, does my face look okay? Do I have something in my teeth? And as soon as my attention all comes on me, that's what makes me nervous. And if I'm already nervous, my attention's all on my nerves. So acting is about, and technique for acting is about, what do you focus on? That's really what a good acting technique should do. It should tell you what to focus on, and that acting is about focus and concentration. Okay? So when you are focused and concentrated on something, that quiets that mind, that chatter that nerves create, and then it allows you to get into that zone where you can get lost in the scene and connected to the other character, have that performance that's really satisfying to you and satisfying to casting and anybody who's watching you. All right, so how do we do that? Well, get over there. How do we get over there? By listening. So let's go back to this scenario that I use over and over again, because it is so simple. All right, because acting is simple. It's not easy. What is simple is when you were in the grocery store and you wanted your mom to buy you something. For me, it was Oreos and Pop-Tarts. And all my attention was on her. And I was listening for her to say yes. And I was listening, using my eyes and looking and watching her to say yes. And she reaches over and grabs the Oreos or the Pop-Tarts and drops them in the I would say suitcase, in the grocery cart, right? And that's when I'm really, all my attention's over there, right? And if you look at that kid in the grocery store, they're not worried about the fact that they're throwing a tantrum or speaking loudly or screaming or crying. That would be, if they were worried about those things, they'd be so focused on themselves. But they're not. Their intention is to get mom to give them what they want, right? So acting's the same way, all right? You got to have an intention. What do I need the other person to do or say? And then listen to see if I'm getting it. So for me, when I'm speaking, it works when you're speaking too, because when I'm speaking, like right now, I'm really focused on, and even though I can't see you directly in front of me, my intention is to get you to be nodding at home, right? And that you're going, oh, that makes sense. I get that. Thank you, Loren. That helps. That's what I'm listening for right now. And that's my intention, is to get you to say that, right? And so when I get so focused over there that I almost start to see you in my mind's eye, and I can be so connected to you that that's where my attention is, my concentration, my focus. And as I get so focused on you, I'm not thinking about myself anymore, and I don't get nervous. Now, the second I start to think about myself and think about, what am I wearing, and is my hair okay, all my attention starts to come back on me. And then I'll start to get a little self-conscious. I'll start to get worried. I'll get to nervous. And often this is where an actor starts acting. It seems like they're indicating or they're showing. And we especially do that when we're nervous because all our attention's on us and I've got to, and that what really comes across for me is I got to get it right. When I'm nervous, I'm really like, I've got to get this right. I've got to give them what they want. So you want to notice that. That's the technique. Notice when your brain is going, got to get it right. Oh, you're nervous, and that noise, that chatter that your brain's talking to you, right? You want to get it quiet, say, no, what do I need the other person to do or say? Specifically, what do I need them to do or say? And what am I listening for? And listening, like I said, is not only just listening for the words, right? But I'm listening for the actions. And so even the way that I'm doing this Technique Tuesday video with you is kind of like doing a monologue. I've got to imagine the person that I'm talking to is right there and listening to me. And the more that I connect to that and really look to see them going, okay, Loren, I get this. Okay, Loren, I get this. The more real you become to me and the more I completely forget my own existence and where I am. And then I can get just lost in this moment of reaching you, connecting to you, and am I getting it or am I not getting it? And then my nerves are gone. This works over and over again. Yes, it's a practice. Yes, it takes focus and concentration. And I want you to remember that that's really what acting is. And what an act is focus. What are you focused on? Whether it's your objective, your intention, where you are, who you're talking to, what's the relationship? What's the experience of the scene? It's all of living in the experience of the scene. Getting lost in the scene is all about what am I focusing on? And good acting technique should tell you specifically what to focus on. So, my intention is that you're going to write a comment and tell me how this worked for you, what worked, and maybe what didn't work. Or maybe you have a question for me. You can put that in the comments. You can also message me at Loren Chatama or at Intentional Acting, Loren Chatama at Intentional Acting. You can email me, Loren@intentionalacting.com. And if you're curious about how to work with me further, you can sign up for a discovery class, free 45-minute class, private session with me, and I'll ask you some questions and you can ask me some questions so we can find out if it's a good fit. So, those nerves, they don't have to stop you. You can master them by making the other person the most important person in the scene. Have a great week.